Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Simply Dirty. I'm your host, Steven, and I'm joined today by Anthony.
Hey, everyone.
We've been missing in action.
We have, and that's what I was going to say. We are first of all apologizing for the delayed video here. We're going to do a little bit of catch up, but we had some things that were announced or talked about a few weeks ago that we just had to talk about, and so here we are. First of all, I think probably the biggest one to talk about is the latest Smash Bros. Character announcement. Steve, do you want to tell us who it is?
It's me! It is awesome. No, Steve from Minecraft. That's who it is. Or me. It's going to be who I play as. I'll tell you what. This character is super fun, and I was super impressed by the way Sakurai was able to implement Minecraft mechanics in the game. It was incredible, and the fact that he went through so much work and trouble to do it, because as you've all seen, if you haven't seen it, you should go look at the presentation. But in the presentation, he says he had to rework every single stage so that Steve could mine and build blocks in every stage. Which is crazy, and it's so cool, because depending on where you mine or where you dig or whatever, you get different materials, which is so cool for every stage. The way that you implement crafting, the way you craft your weapons, and the stronger material you use, the more damage it does. I was just like, oh man, that is so cool, and I love it, and he's awesome.
So you've tried him then?
I have tried him.
Have to do that soon.
He's different. I will give him that. He's really different, and he's going to take some getting used to, but supposedly he's already broken on the online Smash competitive community.
Yeah, so I've been watching a few of those videos. I'm subscribed to a few channels that do like pro clips, and I've already seen a few, and it's pretty disgusting. I mean, being able to use a smash attack in midair by planting a block first, blocking recoveries using blocks. I mean, I don't know. It seems pretty broken. But, I'm pretty excited to try it.
It took me a while to figure out the controls, even though I did watch the presentation. I'd forgotten since I tried them, but it took me a while to figure out how to make blocks. But yeah, that is pretty broken.
But I think we also have to acknowledge here, so there was one person I read on a YouTube comment that summed it up pretty nicely. Whoever you are, if you're listening, credit to you. But they basically acknowledged, they're like, okay, so when Sakurai added Steve to Smash, he basically built Minecraft inside of Smash.
Yeah.
Which he basically legit did. This guy is a workaholic to the mat. I'll tell you what. You just imagine. Yeah, I have to admit, so I'm not into Minecraft. Steve has told me I should be, so maybe I will. When Steve was first announced as the next character, I was pretty unimpressed. I was like, oh, really? I just wasn't excited for that character. But the presentation that Sakurai did actually made me kind of interested, not only in the character but in the game. Like, yes! the amount of passion he put into that was just impressive to me. And so all the things he talked about they had to do to get Steve to work inside of Smash Bros. Makes me think that they did more work on him than maybe any of the other characters combined. Or maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it sure seems possible. Mm-hmm. There was a crap ton they did there.
Yes.
So I think that's the first and biggest thing that we needed to catch up on, and I'm kind of excited to try him out, which is, again, saying something. Well, there were two more things I wanted to talk about. All of the trailers we've been getting for Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, looking better and better. I mean, they only really do teasers lately. They haven't been giving us much in the way of story, but it seems like they're
hinting at things that are in the game that we didn't know about.
Right. I think the thing that has me excited about these trailers, even though they don't tell us much, it seems like there's a lot of hints that there's a bigger focus on the story.
Yes.
There's a lot of cutscenes they've been showing. I mean, Breath of the Wild was not cutscene heavy at all. There was, only a handful, and most of them came from the memories.
Still the best game ever made.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying otherwise.
Okay,
but,
okay, I'm just.
But I think we have to acknowledge, though,
Yes.
that there were not many story cutscenes,
No.
and it looks like they're already going far beyond that with Age of Calamity, which is exciting to me because aside from being kind of a strong plot story buff kind of person, it also kind of makes me hopeful that it's setting up for an even stronger narrative in Breath of the Wild 2.
Yes.
So I'm getting pretty excited. And again, they're not even showing us much, but the teasers are being very effective at teasing me. So
They're pushing all the right buttons. That's what they're doing. And stay tuned on Simply Nerdy if you want more of Age of Calamity, because we will probably, most likely, about 90% chance we're going to have a live stream on release day, and I'm just going to play the thing until I fall asleep. So stay tuned here for a live stream.
And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about that was just a little snippet of news is it was a story about Metroid Prime 4, and this came out a week ago from today, the 19th. I'm looking at a story on it by WCCF Tech. I mean, that doesn't really give us much more in the story than what we have here in the headline, but it got me pretty excited. It says Metroid Prime 4 will be more cinematic and emotional than predecessors, hints job ad. So in the details on the job ad, it says here, and again, this is from WCCF Tech, it says, apparently Retro Studios is looking for somebody who can, quote, work with the cinematic lead to help maintain cinematic pillars, define emotional scenes that will resonate with audiences, and explore interesting and innovative scenes that elevate the narrative, quote, quote. So,
Oh, man.
one of the first thoughts that went through my head when I read this is that there might be a lot of people out there like, oh no, not another Other M.
That's what I was going to say.
And, okay, yeah, there's, I hope that the story does a better job than Other M. I was not an Other M hater, but I didn't think that the story was also the best ever. I was not an Other M hater, Steven. Get that look off your face. So I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like, oh shoot, don't do that again. But, this is Retro. They're the ones who made the first 3 games. And I feel like Metroid Prime 3 in particular did a little bit more with story. I love it.
Awesome. Still haven't beaten it, but it's awesome.
You haven't beaten it?
Nope.
Steven!
I need the Metroid Prime trilogy on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo. Anyway,
You are so fired. You cannot call yourself a
What? What? I beat 1 and 2, and all the other Metroid games. That's the only one I haven't beat yet. Calm down. Okay, anyway, we love Metroid Prime 3 because, of what I've played, the opening cinematic and beyond, like, the cinematics are awesome compared to the other two. The other two, which are awesome as well, but the other two make you feel like you are alone, and there are cutscenes, but they're not necessarily like emotional or intense, but you're just like, okay, here I am, I'm by myself, I'm alone, I'm walking through the station, walking through this planet. Metroid Prime 3 was like, okay, now let's incorporate Samus with another group of bounty hunters and put a little general in there and make an actual narrative with it, which was super cool, and I loved it, and it brought a lot more intensity, a lot more intense moments, and it was great.
It really was one of my. It's my favorite in the trilogy. Not only, for multiple reasons, but I think that might be the main one. Because I feel like Metroid, its gameplay kind of focuses on a bit of an isolated exploration approach, which I'm fine with for the most part. But I also feel like it's a series that that gets a lot from having a strong narrative. One example being Metroid Fusion. And on that, actually, just a fun little story for you listeners, because this one has to be thrown out there. We have very fond memories of Fusion. Just to give you a very short version of the story, there was a time when Steven was playing, and we were all watching him, and he didn't have the sound on for whatever reason. And there was a part when he dropped through a ceiling, and the SAX was right there.
Yeah.
And we all screamed in unison. It was the funniest thing.
I paused it and I said, "What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?"
It was great. Oh, it was a very memorable moment. Anyway, so
there are moments in my life where I literally screamed. But that was one. Of them.
So yeah, I just would love to see more narrative moments like that, and so hearing that it's going to be more cinematic and emotional suggests that there's going to be a lot more narrative and story to it, and that makes me excited. It makes me, I'm hopeful that they do it better this time. I don't know. I'm a big story buff, so I'm excited.
And so am I. I cannot wait to see what they do with it. Oh, it was so great. Metroid Prime 4, please come sooner rather than later. Supposedly there's rumors it'll be out next year, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still going to be surprised if it's that soon. Just how recently they rebooted the game. And especially considering the fact that they're still hiring for things like cinematic, for cinematic development. I'm getting pretty excited at all of the news that we've been seeing about all the hires. Like, there's some big names on there for people who worked on some solid games that, if that's the type of talent that's coming. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's I've been saying for a while now, I really hope that Metroid Prime 4 is the Breath of the Wild or the Super Mario Odyssey for Metroid. Because, Breath of the Wild was the Renaissance for Zelda. Super Mario Odyssey was the Renaissance for Mario. Now let's have Metroid Prime 4 do the same thing for Metroid.
Your top 3, Nintendo. Your top 3, at least.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like, just based on all the hints we've been getting from the who they're hiring, and now this piece of information about a stronger focus on the cinematic side of things. It kind of seems it's making me hopeful that it is going to be the Metroid's Renaissance, and so I'm stoked. I know I shouldn't get myself too excited because it's still probably a ways out, but
it will be worth the wait. That we can tell you, because they're actually taking this game very seriously, and it's going to be awesome when it's finally done. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Simply Nerdy. If you liked it, please give us a like and thumbs up, and please let us know if you're excited for Age of Calamity, Metroid, or for Minecraft Steve, and if you think he's broken. Anyway, let us know down in the comments below. And until next time, guys,
keep it nerdy.